Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature that's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. If we all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, grand rising to you beautiful people, and thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where black folk do read. You put in the book like The Wealth Choice, written by Dr. Dennis Kimbro, and we absolutely will find it. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified global financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, The Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The book that I wrote, guys, Study of Black Wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way. But if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. You go onto the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. You can pick up your copy today. We are down to 8 copies, the last 8 copies, guys. No more printing of this book. It is going to be available in ebook if you like to get it in French or English or French, and also in French and audiobook in French as well. So we're down to our last 8 copies. Once that's done, once those are sold off, I'll start working on book number 2, okay? I'll start working on the next version of the Black Billionaires Club as we've added some, maybe have subtracted some since we last wrote that book. But you pick it up by going to the website there. While you're there at the website, guys, there's a store. You can find other books written by black authors that are in the area of financial literacy, in the area of business development and personal development. So we really highlight the books that we have for kids. Some black authors written some books for kids to introduce them to credit, to introduce them to insurance, to introduce them to investing, to introduce them into business, to introduce them into their own black history. And so you can go to the store on the blackbillionairesclub.com. You can pick up some books for your kids. And so we can teach them early what we learned late. And then last but not least, when you go to the website, you'll find a space that's called Join the Club. That is a space where you have brothers and sisters who are serious about building wealth, building business while they build themselves. So you find yourself in a situation where you're saying, I can't find nobody to talk about this stuff with because ain't nobody in this crew even talking about investing. They don't even want to talk about Bitcoin. They don't even want to talk about getting rich. I mean, all they want to talk about is spending all their money, and I'm done with that. Well, I'm inviting you to walk away from the crowd of broke, busted, and disgusted. I'm inviting you to take a journey that only 5% of the people will decide to do. And that's to get with the few. Everybody put in the console, get with the few. It's to get with the few. Don't forget them, but walk away from them. Come back for them when you get rich. How about that? So you can check us out, man, theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. Y'all know what time it is. Roll call right now. Go and let us know where you're connecting from this morning. What city, what state, what country, what city, what state, what country. Also, go ahead and hit that like and share button as well so we can let other brothers and sisters know that we done got up early to read, to feed our consciousness, to build our wealth consciousness, to renew our mind, right? To be ye renewed be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's what we're doing here. We're kicking out all of the poverty thoughts. We're kicking out all the self-limiting beliefs, and we're going to feed ourselves. Now, notice that. We're not trying to get somebody else to feed us. We're going to feed ourselves because this is a decision. We're going to feed ourselves the wisdom of the ages. Wisdom of the ages, so we can build up our consciousness so we become more attractive people. You become more attractive person, you begin to attract those things that you want. Okay? Money is not something that we pursue. It's something that we attract. And how do we attract it? By becoming a more attractive person. How do we do that? By feeding ourselves. By eating the right stuff, reading the right stuff. Money is not something that you pursue. It's something that you attract. I don't chase money. Money chases me. That's a simple principle. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you over Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, broadcast across the world wide web. We understand you can connect with us from anywhere in the world. So love to know just how far our reach is this morning as we are broadcast across the world wide web. Good morning to you, Ms. Goodridge in the house. We see you, Black Expectation, over here at Instagram. Mr. Stevens, thanks so much for joining us. Boston, Massachusetts, representing Miss Vivian Reed. Grand Rising to you, Queen. Miss Jennifer Alvarez in the house. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us. Got my main man, Broken Tech guy. Finally, what's going on, brother? Okay, I'm glad to see you, brother Miller. What's going on, Stevens over in Jacksonville, Florida. Mr. Sellers in Charlotte, North Carolina. Mr. Luis out of Houston, Texas. What's going on, Setley? How you doing, brother? Out of Boston, Massachusetts, man. Chandler, Arizona is representing here with Miss Gilliard. Thanks so much for joining us, man. Miss Newman is in the house out of Mableton. Miss Hollingsworth, Mrs. Walker. I know I'm doing something right. It's Black Woman Wednesday too. And Miss Walker has joined us. Oh Lord, I must be doing something right. Right. Mr. Wilhelm has joined us as well. Good morning to you. Over at Instagram here. Nicole, thanks so much for joining us. PYTCNM, thanks so much for joining us as well. Here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, as we're going to continue our journey into the wealth choice. Everybody put in console, I choose wealth. I choose it. It's something that I choose. I choose wealth. And we're going to get into the fourth law of wealth. We're going to quickly review the first three laws, and then we'll continue our journey into the fourth law. The first law of wealth in this book here, again, it's the book, The Wealth Choice, Success Secrets of Black Millionaires, written by Dr. Dennis Kimbro. The first law simply says this: wealth begins in the mind, and it ends in the purse. Wealth begins in the mind, and it ends in the purse. The second law says this, right? Decide now that you will not be poor. So first we understand it begins in the mind. That's why I'm feeding myself. I'm feeding myself the good stuff, right? So I can transform the way that I think. Then I got to make a decision. I'm deciding not to be poor. Therefore, I am deciding to be rich. That's why I'm choosing wealth. The third law says this: faith, right? To believe in yourself when no one else will. Everybody put in console, I believe in myself. When you say that you're believing in yourself, that means you're also believing in your dreams, you're believing in your aspirations, you're believing in your goals. You are believing in the God that's in you. You believe in yourself when no one else will. You got faith. And I don't know about you, but the people that follow me, the people that ride with me, not only do we got faith, we got crazy faith. We got uncommon faith. We got a kind of faith that brings unto us uncommon things, like uncommon wealth. I believe in myself when no one else will. Because God got me. At the end of the day, God's got me. And now we're into the fourth law of wealth, where we will continue here. And we'll be talking today about living your life on purpose. Living your life on purpose. Before we get into that, guys, I do want to do a quick shout out to our sponsors who allow us to do this, right? Black folk do read here on New Black Wall Street Book Club, 30 minutes a day to keep broke and stupid away. 30 minutes a day to keep broke and stupid away. Shout out to the Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, which specializes in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, also Black art inspired gifts. Black Bazaar, you check them out at www.theblackbazaar.com, www.theblackbazaar.com. Blackberry Charisma, Black woman-owned business, right? Specializes in custom creations. She also got some new hot lingerie. Check out Blackberry Charisma at www.blackberrycharisma.com. You can support a Black woman-owned business like that. Another brother who's got a business, The Hustler Books. Here you're going to pick up some books that are going to teach you, that's going to introduce you or help you to start that business or expand what you're doing. You pick up a book, you can get a free consultation with the brother so he can help you to make your dreams come true. Check it out at hustlerbooks.com, hustlerbooks.com. And in another Black woman-owned business that you can support, right? Big Sis Media Group. What does Big Sis Media do? Hey, here's the deal. If it wasn't for Big Sis Media, you wouldn't see me, because she takes care of all the digital stuff. Now, the website, the trailers, all that stuff, commercials, all that stuff that I do. Hey, Big Sis, I need your help. Big Sis, come help. So maybe you need Big Sis to help you upgrade your presentation in the digital world, right, in 2021. Make sure you reach out to Big Sis Media at bigsismediagroup.com, bigsismediagroup.com. Shout out to a sponsor that helped us to bring this to you for free, because They put their little money in and help us make this thing go. We're in honor of LeVar Burton here in Black History Month, Reading Rainbow 2.0. Take a look. It's in a book. Fourth law of wealth, let's get to it, right? Living your life on purpose. Living your life on purpose is a way to wealth. It's a way to wealth. New Black Wall Street Book Club. Let's read. By any measure, Carla Harris boasts an impressive resume. From best-selling author to sought-after lecturer, gospel singer, and board director of 8 nonprofit organizations. Harris, who squeezes those activities into a calendar that also includes her responsibilities as a managing director for Morgan Stanley's investment management business, clearly is someone who understands how to concentrate, to stay focused and sane amid a multitude of claims of her time and attention. If you wish to test whether this peak performer is capable of turning the impossible into the possible, just mention that she can't do something. Earn an MBA from Harvard, no problem. Become a managing director at Morgan Stanley, Dean Witter, one of Wall Street's preeminent investment banks. Done. Record a gospel CD in the same year that she executes one of the largest initial public offerings in U.S. history. All that and more. To drive this point home, when Harris was a senior honor student at Bishop Kenny High School in Jacksonville, Florida, her guidance counselor advised her not to apply at any Ivy League schools. Not only did she apply to several, she was accepted to each institution and ultimately chose to attend Harvard University. When her mother wondered aloud how she and her husband would foot the bill for tuition, Harris responded, "I don't know, but I'm going." She worked her way through school to make it happen. Everybody put in console, make it happen. In Harvard's core economics course, a professor told Harris, then a freshman, that she lacked the aptitude for economics. "You can't think," he said dismissively. She, of course, promptly chose a major in economics and went on to graduate magna cum laude after producing a senior's thesis of such high caliber that her paper is housed in Harvard's archives alongside the work of such iconic alums as John F. Kennedy Jr. "It goes to show you," she said at that moment, "never second guess yourself. Never second guess yourself and never consider giving up. If there's something that you care about, don't give up. Keep pressing on and you will definitely reach your goal." Count on Harris to defy the odds whenever and wherever they're stacked against her. Harris's name was first written in the annals of Black capitalism when she arrived at Harvard with the intention of pursuing law. The summer after her sophomore year, however, the economics major decided to take on an internship in investment banking, courtesy of sponsors of Educational Opportunity, a mentoring program geared for minority students. "I fell in love with Wall Street," she recalls, "and the idea of taking on an enormous amount of responsibility at a relatively young age." At Morgan Stanley, which she joined right out of Harvard Business School, Harris leads the equity private placements effort in global capital markets and covers the retail and consumer industry as well. Only one of a few Black women to do so. In 1999, she managed the execution of the IPO for the United Parcel Service, at the time the largest public offering in United States history, with more than 100 million shares, raising $5.47 billion in the process. So what was the message that Carla Harris, the most powerful Black woman on Wall Street, shared with these wealth creators? What rule holds such a dominant position in the creation of wealth? We're going to hear about what Carla Harris has to say. What Carla Harris, the most powerful Black woman on Wall Street, the most powerful Black woman on Wall Street. A career is what you're paid for, but a calling is what you're made for. A career is what you're paid for, but a calling is what you're made for. Who is the most celebrated actor? Though some may disagree, arguably Denzel Washington, who would devote a lifetime, if need be, to refine his character. Who is the greatest writer? Many would cite Alex Haley, who gladly spent 20 years in an effort to find his race a home and deliver to humanity one of the world's seminal texts. Who is the greatest entertainer and musician? Being ridiculed, mocked, and jeered couldn't dim Beyonce Knowles' intense desire to use those gifts planted in her soul by the Almighty. For the better part of her childhood, poverty pinched her hard in her humble Texas home. 20 years ago, no one outside of her tight-knit circle had ever heard of her name. For years, she had toiled in anonymity. But at last, her opportunity arrived, and she was equal to the task. Knowles had made up in her mind that hers would become a household name. Although she had gone to various performing arts schools and participated in singing and dancing competitions as a child, Knowles rose to fame in the late 1990s as the lead singer of Destiny's Child, one of the world's best-selling female R&B groups. Following the trio's breakup in 2005, Knowles released her first solo album, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard charts. Her third CD was released in November 2008 and included the immensely popular single Ladies, Put a Ring on It, and earned 6 Grammy Awards in a single year, the most honors ever won by a female artist. Ask music lovers to count the most influential African-American musicians of all time on one hand, and most would say Wynton Marsalis, long before they ran out of fingers. It had been said that Beethoven probably surpasses all other musicians in his painstakingly fidelity and persistent application. There is scarcely a bar in his music that was not written and rewritten at least a dozen times. This is also true of Marsalis. Talent, it has been said, is simply the constant desire to practice. Talent, it has been said, is simply the constant desire to practice. Talent is simply the constant desire to practice. Who is the greatest athlete? Now take your pick. But remember, it was Michael Jordan who was required to shoot more than 300 jump shots each day after he was deemed unfit to join his junior high school basketball team. Oblivious to everything outside of his goal, in little more than a decade, Jordan would guide his college team, the University of North Carolina, to the National Collegiate Athletic Association Championship before capturing the title World's Champion 6 times in the professional ranks. With all the vigor and tenacity in his nature, Jordan concentrated on his ambition, and the world has seen the results. He concentrated on his ambition. Everybody put a console, concentrate on my ambition. He concentrated on his ambition, what he wanted to accomplish, what he wanted to do, what the goals were that he had set forth for his life. He concentrated on his ambition, and we have lived to see the results. Those who know him best have stated that his entire soul was focused on acquiring a championship ring. There's no grander sight than that of a young man or woman endowed with a great talent, dominated by a single purpose, marching straight to his or her goal. Defeat only gives them additional power. Opposition only doubles their efforts. Dangers only increase their courage. Regardless of what comes, whether it be sickness, whether it be poverty or disaster, they never turn their eyes from their objective. To use their great gift and to monetize their talent. It is the discovery of your personal strength that not only gives meaning to life, but adds value to your bank account. Say what you will of genius. The fact remains that no amount of intellect has ever worn out unless it is reinforced by the nerve to overcome the obstacles that appear. Was not John H. Johnson, the son of the domestic, Herman Cain of a chauffeur, Willie Gary of a sharecropper, Sean Carter of a clerk, Stanley O'Neill of a farmer, Bob Johnson of a factory worker, David Stewart of a mechanic, and Michelle Hoskins, the great-great-granddaughter of a slave who didn't win her freedom until age 13. Affluence demands. No. It requires that all who seek to join in its circle be guided by the inspiration of a great mission to lift them beyond an ordinary life. Affluence not only does it demand, it requires that all who seek to join its circle be guided by the inspiration of a great mission to lift them beyond an ordinary life. Again, I ask, have you discovered the elusive fourth law? Well, here's another clue. Why do you lead such a solitary life? An admirer asked of Mary J. Blige. Performing on this level leaves little room for anything else, was Blige's short reply. This art form requires my entire soul. It's the one thing that I do. Blige dropped out of high school 1 year short of graduating. Her mother urged her to work in the coastal seafood and industry near her Savannah, Georgia home, earning minimum wage like so many of her peers. But her love for music could not be suppressed. Nature had locked in her spirit a treasure that eventually will bless millions. Blige's future may have played out in a numbingly predictable and bleak pattern of poverty and hopelessness had she not tapped into her early years of singing in her Pentecostal church. Years later, she recorded a cassette of Anita Baker's Caught Up in the Rapture, which she played for a friend. That friend happened to be Sean Puffy Combs, then a producer for Uptown Records. Moved by what he heard, he signed Blige to his label in 1989. She was 18 years old. Today, Mary J., as she is affectionately called, continues to gain momentum as an R&B artist, capturing multiple Grammys, American Music, and Billboard Music Awards. Her latest album, Stronger with Each Tear, sold more than 330,000 copies in its first week. As of this writing, she still works, she still tours, and has ventured into acting, and she has no desire to slow down. Coasting is not part of her DNA. I can't, she states emphatically. I just can't. It would be selfish to coast. I didn't go through so much hell to coast. Now, another book that I read is called Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. This word coast, they call it drift. Drifters, coasting. Coasting and drifting leads to a land of purgatory, a land of nothingness, a land of just over broke. She said, I can't coast. It would be selfish to coast. I didn't go through all this ish. I didn't go through hell for me to be coasting now. As chronicled by a Fortune magazine article in 1962, Harvey C. Russell did what no other black man had done before. He became a vice president of a Fortune 500 company. The firm was Pepsi-Cola, and Russell, then age 44, had been a standout salesman in its Negro sales department. But widespread rejoicing did not greet this milestone, and Russell's eventual financial windfall. When it caught wind of Russell's promotion, the Ku Klux Klan called for a national boycott of Pepsi products. The group flooded the country with handbills that read, "Don't buy Pepsi-Cola and make a nigger rich." Undaunted, Russell knew that his history is full of such examples. Fortune smiles on those who roll up their sleeves and pursue their calling regardless of what others may think, regardless of what others may say, and regardless of what others might do. Everybody put in console, regardless. Let me repeat this again. Fortune favors the bold. Fortune smiles on those who roll up their sleeves and pursue their calling regardless of what others might think, regardless of what others might say, regardless of what others might do. What would force the skilled marketer to risk life and limb? Adept at product placement and blessed with the gift of gab, Russell knew that the pursuit of any vocation other than sales would be akin to being a fish out of water. Frustrated by her inability to find beauty products that met her needs in 1990, New York native Lisa Price began adding oils and fragrances to unscented lotions. Although she held a lucrative position as a writer for the immensely popular Bill Cosby Show, she knew she didn't belong there. Other ideas burned inside of her. Price continued to experiment with her concoctions and eventually began producing a limited line of items for family and friends. She could have easily focused her time and attention on her writing career in such a sought-after and visible field. But when this talented screenwriter saw an opportunity for financial freedom, when this talented writer saw an opportunity for financial freedom, an opportunity for financial freedom, she ran with it. When word of her product spread and demand grew, Price began marketing outside of her inner circle. After taking her moisturizer and fragrance oils to a church flea market, Price sold out in a matter of minutes. For the next 9 years, her apartment was packed with inventory, including jars and labels and lotions and creams. Here's my question to you, beautiful people, as you may be watching us here live on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Do you see an opportunity in your life for financial freedom? Do you recognize at this point, wherever you are right now, do you even see in whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you might be around, the circle that you communicate with, do you even see an opportunity for financial freedom? And I want to tell you, there's an opportunity staring you right in front of your face. And most people won't see it because their eyes are not tuned. They don't need new glasses. They need new vision. It's not about sight. It's about vision. They can't see it because they're trying to use sight to see it. But you don't use sight. You use vision. An opportunity for financial freedom. Do you see 1, 2, 3, 4 in your life right now? People that you're connected to. I don't know. Her business began as a modest mail order operation in 1999, but Price soon opened the first Carol's Daughter store, named in honor of her mother, in Brooklyn's Fort Greene neighborhood. I'm pretty sure women know about this store. It was her mother, Carol, who had urged her to turn her hobby into a business. It was her mother that urged her to turn her hobby into a business. How many of you guys got people that's connected to you that are urging you to turn your passion into profits? They keep saying, you got it, girl. Man, that's the thing. If it ain't that you the truth. You got people in your corner that have been just kept saying, man, if you just go after that thing, that's where your land of opportunity is. That is where your profit is. That's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. But for some reason, although they support you, although they keep telling you, all they just like, man, if you just, they can't make you do it. And that's not the only opportunity that's out there. There's plenty of opportunities staring us in our face right now for financial freedom. But it's not something that you see with sight. It's something that you see with vision. It was her mother, Carol, who urged her to turn her hobby into a business. Soon, magazines such as Essence and O, the Oprah magazine, featured her products, and celebrities such as Halle Berry, Angelina Jolie, Sean Carter, or Jay-Z, and Jada Pinkett Smith became loyal customers. The following year, Price was named the National Black MBA Association's 2000 Entrepreneur of the Year and received Working Women's Magazine's Entrepreneurial Excellence Award. I'm not special, she Price admitted. I wasn't born with a lot of money. I'm just an average woman who listened to the universe when it told me to believe in myself. I'm not special. I'm just an average woman. I just listened to the universe when it told me to believe in myself. Your most important task is, and will forever be, to stay focused and uncover your talents and gifts. Your most important task and will forever be to stay focused and uncover your talents and gifts. At the end of the day, you will be the individual who will breathe life into your dreams. Maintaining her focus paid off with an advertising executive caught wind of her spirit and brokered deals that placed Carol's Daughter, which includes more than 300 products for the face, hair, body, in Dillard's, Sephora, and Macy's department stores, as well as the Home Shopping Network. Price's company is now multi-million-dollar business with 7 stores and 85 employees. I want to go back to what she said. She said, I'm not special. I wasn't born with a lot of money. I'm just an average woman who listened to the universe when it told me to believe in myself. Your most important task is and will forever be to stay focused and uncover your talents and gifts. And at the end of the day, you will be the individual who will breathe life into your dreams. What is she simply saying here? You are responsible for making your dreams come true. I know y'all, it's hard to take personal responsibility for my own life and the things that's going on in my head and all the stuff that keeps coming to me, all the things that keeps reminding me of how great I am and the things that I can do. I want to make sure that you understand this. It's you. And you are responsible for making your dreams come true. And just like she had the unction, I believe she's saying to us right now, believe in yourself. Now notice she didn't say that you can do it. She didn't do all the motivational stuff. No. They said, no, you listen to the universe and believe in yourself. Listen to your father. Listen to God. Listen to infinite intelligence. Listen to the universe. Whatever it is that you call it and all this stuff, you listen to that. It is that small inner voice. You listen and believe in yourself. I'm trying to tell you, this journey that I've been on, there's been a whole bunch of people that try to come in here and tell me to do things differently and all this stuff. No, I wasn't listening to them. You know what I was listening to? I was listening to my father. I was listening to the universe. No, that ain't the way that you supposed. No, that ain't the route that you going. No, that ain't the stuff that you gonna wear. No, you ain't gonna be like them. You gonna be different. Okay. But that seemed to be what everybody else doing. He said, well, why are you gonna do things the way everybody else doing? I didn't call you to be like everybody else. I said, okay, I guess I ain't doing it that way. And lo and behold, I'm sitting here in front of my PC right now, broadcasting the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Got over 25 people watching. Got people from all over the world who tune in. And just tune in to little old me from Decatur, Georgia. How did that happen? How did that happen? How do I have over 100 people that's joined our Black Billionaires Club as we're taking this crypto train to financial freedom? How did that happen? How did that happen? You know how? I listened to the universe. And I believed in myself. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in a book, like The Wealth Choice, Success Secrets of Black Millionaires, written by Dr. Dennis Kimbro, and we absolutely will find it. In the comments below, I'd love for you to share your takeaway from today. What seed of thought has been implanted into your mind, your spirit, or your soul? You're saying, I'm going to chew on that today. Oh, Lord, that book, that preacher, he was preaching to me. What's your takeaway from today? Simply asking you to answer this question in the comments below. Was this worth your time and why? Was this worth your time and why? Reading Rainbow 2.0. Take a look. It's in a book. Now, I know I talk much faster than you type, guys, so I'll let you guys know some of the things that are going on. Do a quick shout out to our sponsors as well as we get your response, your give back to the wisdom from the ages. You know, what was this worth your time and why? Now, tonight we got a very special broadcast. Of course, today is Black Woman Wednesday, so shout out to all the sisters out there and your Black Girl Magic. We got a special show in honor of you, to show our appreciation, our love, our adoration, and to encourage and to inspire you to greatness. So make sure you tune in tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same bat channel, same black place, okay? Also, just a quick shout out to our sponsors as well. As you guys, again, you guys letting us know your takeaway from today. Shout out to the Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, specialized in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art inspired gifts. Check them out at www.theblackbazaar.com. www.theblackbazaar.com. Black woman-owned business, Blackberry Charisma, right? Specializes in custom creations. They also got some super dope, sexy, hot lingerie. Check her out at www.blackberrycharisma.com. Another Black man business, right? Hustler Books. You're trying to start that business, try to expand what you do. You need some help. Well, he's got a book that's going to help you get that thing together. But then when you buy that book, he's going to give you also a consultation so he can help you make your dreams come true. Check him out for Hustler Books at hustlerbooks.com. And then again, another Black woman-owned business. Big Sis Media helps me do everything that I do, right? From the stuff that you see online to all of our trailers to our websites. We're working on some stuff right now on the back end. Man, you need to upgrade in 2021. You need to take your visual or your digital presentation to the next level. Make sure you reach out to Big Sis Media Group at www.bigsismediagroup.com. Catch up on these comments, man. We'll get up out of here for today because it's time for us to get up, get out, and go get something. I believe in myself, man. Listen, I wonder how that happened. I know that's right. Man, that's right, man. That's right. My way is the highway. That's what he said, man. That's a good story, and I love it. Absolutely. Yes, believe in myself, Miss Walker. Right, Miss Reed, believe in myself. Mr. Henry said, yes, if you believe you can, you will. Mr. Gilliard said, man, with vision and belief, dreams happen. With vision and belief, dreams happen. Well, beautiful people, I want to say thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode of the New Black Wall Street Book Club as we continue our journey into a Black author book, The Wealth Choice. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
New black. It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah.